Day 90. That's right. It's day 90. Um, been listening to a lot of Wayne Dyer today. Finished up Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. I'm going to go to a Wayne Dyer book after. I've never read him, heard his name, heard his quotes many times, and just started listening to his tracks and just, I feel the peace in his voice. I feel the peace in his presence. And I'm excited to dive deeper into his catalog of recordings. Today was, I think, 8 years or 9 years since he died. So, excited to dive into him and understand some of his piece a little bit more. As for me, I had a great day with my family, with my parents. And they came to Elle's Walk. And I was thinking about how rare it is that I see my parents interact with people who are not in my family, just strangers having a random conversation, and how humanizing that really is. Your parents represent these figures, two human beings, and everyone else sees them as human beings, and you see them as your parents, which changes the dynamic and can create some charge around them. And so it felt very humanizing to hear them talk to strangers, which I enjoyed. Yeah. Another day with family, another day to be grateful for my parents. Don't have a lot to report today, but I have a feeling going deep on Wayne Dyer stuff is going to be effective and helpful. We actually went to a bookstore, and I was picking up this Deepak Chopra book on light and living in light. It's a yoga book. I didn't actually buy it, but let's see what it's called. Light Deepak Chopra book. It's called Living in the Light. And I really liked this survey he had in the beginning of the book, which I'll share with you now if it comes up. So I took a picture of it. Basically, it's 10 statements. And the statements you answer on a scale from never, rarely, sometimes, frequently, or don't know. And the purpose is to see how much light you are living with in this moment. And I found it very useful because I have experienced moments. I'll just run through the 10. So maybe you could ask yourself what you would answer to each one of these 10. I have experienced bliss. Examples of peak experience of a joyful, energetic body, a loving, compassionate heart, an alert, vibrant mind, lightness of being. That's one. Do you experience bliss? Never, rarely, sometimes, frequently, or don't know. Never, rarely, sometimes, frequently or don't know. 2 is I feel in control of my mental experience. I can have positive, creative thoughts whenever I want. Never, rarely, sometimes, frequently, or don't know. Life can feel like a dream with something hidden from sight that is very real and yet mysterious. Never, rarely, sometimes, frequently, don't know. Number 4 is much more than material sex. Much more than material success. I measure my life by my level of happiness and joy. And it's the same scale. 5, I welcome a wide diversity of experiences. They give my life real richness. 6, I live in the present moment without reliving the past or anticipating the future. Never, rarely, sometimes, frequently, or don't know. 7, I experience myself in the flow, adapting easily to new situations. 8, I experience gratitude. 9, I look upon life as abundant, offering untold possibilities for fulfillment. And 10, I experience meaningful coincidences. They tell me that everything happens for a reason. So this questionnaire is about seeing yourself according to the quality of your inner life. Being in the light is what ties together these 10 experiences. If you have a rich inner life, you will likely mark frequently for more than half. On the other hand, if you often answered never or rarely, your inner life isn't fulfilling. The light has become blocked or obscured. Most people will fall somewhere in between the light and the dark. They are aware of their inner life, but don't turn to it as a great source of fulfillment. For most of us, positive experiences come and go at will. We have little control over them. Fears, regrets, painful memories seem to have a life of their own. Yoga teaches us to change the situation through the following steps, which will become second nature as this book unfolds. You pay more attention to what is going on inside you. You notice any experience of being in the light. You value that experience. You begin to focus more and more on the light, increasing it in your life. Living in the light is the most natural way to live. It is easier to live more consciously than to continue experiencing things unconsciously, driven by habit, routine, old conditioning, and denial. The habit of being more conscious will emerge effortlessly and without pain and discomfort if you keep in mind that the best experiences in your life indicate that you have been living in the light all along while struggling to get there. I really enjoyed these 10 statements and the question that follows, because there have been moments in my life where frequently was the answer to every single one of these. And there have been moments when never was the answer to all of them. And I've never seen living in the light be a survey or a scale that one could use. So I really enjoyed that. And I didn't end up buying the book, but I took those pictures. And that book is called Living the Light by Deepak Chopra. So you can check that out if you'd like. And yeah, when people say, oh, that person's got good energy or they have a good vibe to them, often they are frequently experiencing those 10 statements. So I may use that in a questionnaire somewhere in the future, but I thought that was helpful and useful, and I hope it was helpful to you too, because that was the other significant learning lesson from today, other than the Wayne Dyer, which I really haven't taken anything in particular from Wayne Dyer yet, except just his general vibe and way of being. And I thought, I didn't write down anything he said, but I found a lot of what he said useful, practical, real. And I'd recommend just type it in Wayne Dyer on YouTube and just listen to what is coming up in your own consciousness, in your own awareness, and see if you'd like to, if something in there aligns with you. That's it for today. Day 90. It's been a fun challenge. excited to keep these going for at least 10 more. And we'll see what happens after that. A lot of love to you. Wishing you a lot of light. And we'll try to record one of these tomorrow outside in the light, because at this time I'm too tired. But it's just right. You're always exactly where you're supposed to be. I'm sending you love, appreciation, connection to God, and appreciation for every single moment you find yourself in. That's all from me. Be well, y'all. Peace.